Hey, Luke, there's something I need you to do for me.
Huh? Oh, hey Jane. Yeah, of course. What's up?
Well, you know that there's a leak in the roof, so we've got some people coming around to patch it up. I need you to pay them when they get there.
What? Why do you need me to pay for it? I mean, this is yours and Joshua's house, so really, shouldn't you two be paying for this?
Well, it might be our house, but you're still the one who needs to pay for the roof.
Jane, I'm not seeing any reason for why I should have to pay for your roof. It's not like I'm the one who caused the leak in it, so I'm not gonna spend. How much is it?
It's $5,000.
Geez, you really expect me to just be able to spend $5,000 on your roof? There's no way I can afford to do that. No, you'll have to pay for it yourself. It's just not feasible for me to pay it, and frankly, I shouldn't have to, considering this isn't even my house. If you can't pay it all in one go, you'll have to sort out a payment plan with the builders.
But me and Joshua can't afford to pay it, at all. So why can't you just make a payment plan with the builders instead?
I've just told you why. It's not my house, so it's not my responsibility. If Joshua really needs some help covering it, then I can talk to him and see if I can do something, but I can't pay the full $5,000 for your roof.
Well, that's just ridiculous.
How is it ridiculous?
Well, let's face it, you're freeloading off of us, so you might as well pay your way and help out with something that we clearly need help with. Do you really think that me and your brother can afford to pay $5,000 for the roof? Because we can't.
I've already said that if Joshua asks, I'll see what I can do, but I'm not paying for the entire roof. It's a stupid thing to ask me to do.
So, let me get this straight. You can come and ask to stay at mine and Joshua's house, but you don't have to pay us any compensation for the disruption that you've caused? Or the fact that you're invading our personal space? Yeah, I don't think so.
Hang on, so all of this is over the fact that I'm staying with you for a little while? That's why you're acting so horrible and unreasonable?
I'm not acting unreasonable. I think it's only fair that you pay a little towards the house since you're living here at the moment.
I'm only living here because my place is being renovated. It's literally unlivable at the moment.
And we were still kind enough to let you stay with us. So because of that, you owe us a little compensation. I mean, you've been using our electricity, our water, and everything else. Don't you think it's a little unfair that you're not paying for any of it? We're nicer than a hotel as well, so it's really not that much to ask.
If I had known you'd be trying to drain me of every dollar I have, I'd have preferred to have stayed in a hotel. I mean, it wouldn't have come anywhere close to costing $5,000.
Ugh, just stop being stubborn and pay the money. I've already told the builders that you'll be the one to talk to in terms of finance, so you better pay up. They're expecting the payment in full by the end of today. So how about you do me and your brother a favor and stop being a parasite? And maybe just give us the money, yeah?
Wow, yeah, I'm not gonna do that.
What? But you have to. I even asked Joshua his opinion in this matter, and he told me that you have to pay for the roof. Otherwise, you can't live here.
He actually said that?
Yeah, I've just messaged him, and he said that if you're being a cheapskate, then you need to pack your bags and get out. We don't want any freeloaders and parasites living with us. If you want to stay, then you need to pay your way. And just because you've annoyed me, I'm going to say that you have to pay for the roof, in full, and start paying half of the rent and bills whilst you're here. In fact, I'll make you back pay all of the money that you owe us whilst you've been here these last few months. I'm going to get everything you owe us.
What is actually wrong with you? Are you trying to make me go bankrupt? And what's all this about Joshua agreeing with you? He's never been a money-loving jerk his entire life. Unlike you, he would never just chuck me out like that. And besides, you don't work at all.
Yes, I do.
You can't call shopping all day long or going to the spa or hanging out with your friends work. All you do is take Joshua's money and use it for yourself. How about you try using some of that money to pay for the roof?
You don't get to tell me what to do in my own home. It's none of your business how I spend my money.
It is when you're trying to blackmail me into paying for your house.
Oh, whatever. You know what? Just get out of the house. I'm fed up with you being such a lazy freeloader. I want you gone from my home by the time I get back.
Seriously?
Yep, you heard me. I want you gone. Like, permanently. So don't even think about coming to visit or anything like that. I don't want you stepping another foot into my home.
Fine, I'll leave for now. But don't think that I won't be having a long conversation with my brother over this. I'm sure he'll have plenty to say on this matter.
Yeah, and it'll all be agreeing with me. If I were you, I wouldn't even bother trying to talk to him. Joshua will just agree with me, and you'll feel even more of a pathetic loser than you already are.
Wow, so that's what you really think about me, huh? You really hate me that much?
Yeah, I thought that was fairly obvious. Joshua feels the same way as well.
That's not true in the slightest. I know my brother and he loves me. So no matter what you say, I won't believe you in the slightest.
Sure. Whatever. Just hurry up and move out, okay? I'm going to be coming home soon. So if you're not gone by the time I get back, I'll just throw all of your things out onto the street.
Yeah, sure. Whatever.
God, it'll be so good to finally have my house to myself again and not have to share it with some loser.
I wouldn't start celebrating too soon.
Huh? What do you mean?
Oh, you'll see soon enough. Oh, and don't forget, if I'm leaving, you're gonna have to come back to the house to let the builders do the work on the roof. Unless you like having your very own indoor swimming pool in your bedroom.
Huh? Oh, yeah, I forgot about that. Well, why don't you just stay there until the work is done, and then you can leave. I'll even let you use the internet without charging you for it, considering you'll be watching over the builders. Although, I'll still need the rest of the money you owe.
Hang on a minute, so even though I'm moving out, you're still gonna try and charge me the money that you delusionally think I owe you?
It's not delusional. Over the months that you've been here, you've used up a fair amount of amenities. You need to pay for that.
I think I'll wait until I've spoken to Joshua before I give you anything.
Why do you have to be so awkward? I just want the money, and then for you to get lost.
Yeah, well, you don't always get what you want in life. Anyway, I'm leaving now. If you want this roof fixed, you better get back, and quickly. See ya. Hey bro, sorry to bother you whilst you're at work, but I really think that we all need to have a chat. Jane's gone kinda crazy.
Hey bro, nah, it's alright. I'm just on break at the minute, so I can talk. What do you mean? Has something happened?
It's just, Jane has basically just messaged me and told me that if I don't pay the cost of the roof being fixed, then I can't continue to live with you, and basically, long story short, she's kicked me out. I mean, don't get me wrong, I love you bro, but I can't afford to pay $5,000 for your roof.
Whoa, hang on, what?
Yeah, she said something about me needing to pay you $5,000 for the roof because I've been living with you whilst my place is being renovated. She is also claiming that I owe you money from bills and rent and stuff since I've been using them whilst living with you. But when I refused, she said that I'm just a pathetic parasite and that she doesn't want a loser like me in her home. Oh, and according to her, you agree completely with her and you also hate me. So, yeah.
That's a lot to take in. Okay, first of all of that is rubbish. I let you stay with us because you're my brother and I wanted to help you out whilst you needed it. You don't have to pay us anything either. God only knows how much you spent on me and Jane over the years. I think we can afford to put you up for a few months. And lastly, you're not to pay a single penny of that roof cost. That is mine and Jane's problem to deal with, not yours. Well, if you need help or anything, you know I'd be happy to see what I can do. I just can't afford $5,000. And if you want a little bit of money for the increase in bills, I can do that. No problem. I mean, I understand that I've been using your stuff for a few months now, so it's not unreasonable for me to contribute a little bit. No, that's fine. You do the same for us if we ever needed it. I'll have a talk with Jane when I get back tonight and I'll sort this whole mess out. I don't want you wasting your money on a hotel room or anything like that when I've got more than enough space at my house for you to crash in. Besides, your place will be done in a couple months and everything will be fine by then. Oh yeah, in fact, the head contractor called me today and said that it looks like they might be able to finish up earlier than expected. That's awesome. We'll have to throw a little celebration when it's all done. Yeah, definitely. Anyway, I've got to get back to work, but don't worry about moving out or anything. You can head on back home and get back to work for a bit. Oh, and if Jane starts trying to give you trouble again, I know something you can tell her which will make her soon rethink her words.
Oh, what's that?
Well...
Luke, why did I see all of your stuff still at the house? I thought I told you to get out by the time I got back. Unless, of course, you've decided to pay me all of the money you owe. The $5,000 for the roof and another $3,000 for all of the bills and stuff. Have you finally come to your senses and decided to do that?
No, I'm still not paying for that.
Then why are you still here? I told you, I want you out of my house. This is mine and Joshua's home, and neither one of us want you here anymore. Trust me, I know because I messaged him and he said that he agreed with me. So you should just take your stuff, or whatever's left of it, and get out of here already.
Well, I know for a fact that's not true because I spoke with Joshua earlier and he said that he doesn't want me to pay for a single thing to do with your home. He said that I'm welcome to stay at his home whenever I need to and that I don't have to pay any fees or whatever you're trying to get me to do. Also, he told me not to listen to you about the whole kicking me out thing and to just keep doing what I'm doing at the minute.
Ugh, but he's my husband, so he should just back me up whenever I tell him to. Regardless as to what the argument is about, or if you're his brother, Joshua should know that as his wife, I'm the only one he can side with now.
You know, you are such a horrible woman. I don't know what my brother saw in you when he decided to marry you, but you can be rest assured that my brother is more than capable of making up his own mind on things, and he can decide who to support himself based on who he thinks is in the right. And I think he's decided to back me up, considering how you've been acting towards me lately.
What? So now you're trying to even turn my own husband against me? You're despicable. I wish you'd never come to live in my house. If you think I'm just going to let you walk away without paying some form of compensation, you're wrong. You still owe me $8,000 overall, and I'm going to get every penny of it.
Well, you keep saying that I owe you thousands of dollars and everything, but I've discovered something quite curious. Do you want to know what it is?
What?
Well, apparently the roof only costs $1,500 to fix, and even if I did pay half of the bills from the last couple of months, it would only equate to about $500 to $1,000, if that. So even if we go to the higher end of the prices, that's still only $3,000. Where's this extra $5,000 coming from?
What? How do you know that?
Joshua told me, of course. He knows exactly how much the roof costs, considering he's paying for it, along with all of the other bills. So why are you trying to scam me out of all my money?
Well, it's not like I'm trying to take all of your money. Maybe I just overestimated how expensive everything was. I mean, the economy is awful at the moment, and everything has increased in price, so you can't really blame me for not really knowing the proper amounts and figures and all of that stuff, can you? LOL.
Oh, of course, except...
Except what?
Well, Joshua told me how the other day he had a phone call from a very high-end clothes store asking him for over $5,000. Apparently you'd gone on a bit of a shopping spree and decided to max out your card, except it wasn't your card you were using, it was Joshua's. Now he's stuck paying off all that debt that you owe.
Hang on. Do you mean to say that Joshua knows all about my spending habits and the money I've spent?
Oh, yeah, he definitely does. After that call, he decided to go back over all of the credit statements and saw that you'd spent so much money on clothes and shoes and other useless stuff that he's actually thousands of dollars in debt. All thanks to you. He's definitely not happy about it.
Oh no. I was hoping to try and pay a bit back before he noticed.
Yeah, by trying to blackmail it out of me? How low can you get? And you call me a parasite.
What am I going to do?
Well, I suggest you start with talking to Joshua and trying to sort out this mess that you've created. Secondly, you can get off my back about moving out or paying you money or whatever. I'm gonna be living with you and Joshua for a couple more months, and then hopefully my house will be done and I can move back out, okay?
But, okay.
And I think that perhaps whilst we're both in the same house, we need to set some boundaries so that we aren't constantly at each other's throats. For Joshua's sake, we've already caused him enough grief as it is.
Yeah, okay, you're right. I love Joshua and I don't want to cause him unnecessary stress. I've already messed everything up with my out-of-control shopping. The least I can do is just be quiet about letting you stay.
Look, I'm not saying don't speak up if I do something that annoys you. I mean, everyone has bad habits, and I don't want to make your house unlivable for you, but maybe just don't go around demanding I pay for things or trying to kick me out when I don't do that.
Yeah, you're right. I'm sorry. I think I just got quite panicked and stressed out there over the money and trying to hide it from Joshua that I went a bit crazy. I didn't mean to be so horrible.
And I didn't mean to be horrible either. I said some pretty nasty stuff, so I want to apologize for that.
Okay, how about we just start over and try to get along?
Sounds good to me.
So I'll see you later then?
I'll be the one with all the Chinese food.
LOL, sounds great. I'm looking forward to it.
See you soon then.
See you soon.
Sometimes family can be a bit of a tricky thing to deal with, especially in-laws, but with proper communication, often problems can be worked out and relationships can be quickly turned around for the better. Also, if you're having money troubles, don't try and hide it from your partner. After Jane finally came clean to Joshua, the two were able to sort out a financial plan to cover the debts. Jane did have to get a job to help pay back the money, but she was happy to do so if it meant that the burden was taken off of Joshua's shoulders a little bit. People are always stronger together.